Hi everybody, welcome to the first round of judging for the Sahamati Account Aggregator Hackathon. We're really excited to be here with our judges and for it to actually work this time. Amy Zindabad. I hope you guys are equally excited, and I think we have a great set of judges today as well as a set of teams. So, quick introduction. The judges that we have with us today, we have Shashank Rishyasringa, who's the co-founder and co-CEO of Capital Float, one of the top lending fintechs in the country. We have Amit Jain, managing director of Sequoia Capital India, Kantaraju Gowda, who's the head of operations of Perfios Account Aggregator, and Ramanathan RV, who is a co-founder of JustPay. So we're really excited. Thank you all for being here. It means a lot to us and to the participants that you guys are here. And of course, the audience, thank you all for being here as well. We're happy that this time you can join us, unlike last time when we were trying to do it on Zoom and it wasn't really supporting the live interaction. This time we can have full audience participation and interaction. Not participation so much. Unfortunately, we won't be taking any audience questions today because the teams have a limited amount of time, but you can definitely spam emojis and put your comments in the chat if you like, but we can't promise that we'll ask any of the questions or get those answered. So please do spam some emojis if you are okay with that. Amazing, thank you very much. So guys, the format today is that we will have 9 teams presenting. Each team has 12 minutes to present. That includes Q&A time with the judges. So what I'll do is I will invite a team onto stage. All of you who are presenting, you've all been briefed about how to do this, hopefully. There's a tutorial video I've shared with you all in the Slack, so go there if you don't know how it's done. So each team will come on, they'll present to the judges, there'll be Q&A, and then we'll take a short break. During that time, the judges and I will go backstage and the judges will assign a score to each team. After that, we'll come back for the next team until all 9 teams are done. At the end of this process, the judges will have given a score to each of the 9 teams. The 2 teams with the highest scores will progress to the closing ceremony and the finals, which is on Sunday this weekend. So that's the format we'll be following. And once again, thank you all for being here, judges, participants, well-wishers, everyone. Let's begin with the first presentation. So I'd like to I'm going to invite the first team onto the stage right now. So Vinay and the teammates from Sthana.ai, if you click the raise hand button on the right, you'll be able to raise your hand and I'll be able to bring you on stage to begin. I'm also simultaneously looking for here we go. Vinay is coming onto stage now. And so is Divya from team Sthana.ai. So guys, Sthana.ai, mute that. If you have multiple windows open with screen sharing or phone near your computer, please do put that away. Okay, great. So I think Vinay left the stage, but Vinay, if you are there, please do raise your hand again and I'll bring you onto the stage. Okay, great. Hi, Vinay.
Hey, hi. So we're both going in from the same place.
Oh, yeah, that would explain the feedback. Well, guys, thank you so much, Vinay and Divya, team Sthana.ai. You have 12 minutes. Please let me know. Would you like me to play your video immediately?
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome.
Great.
We are Team Sthana.ai. We are building an AI-powered personal finance app to unify and risk-proof your family's financial assets as one unit, one Kutuma. We help to consolidate and build the optimal financial portfolio for your family and also ensure its easy accessibility and inheritance within your family in the event of a health or a life emergency to any family member. The typical problem we see in our society is that most of us spend a lifetime in accumulating financial assets but not even a minute in ensuring its accessibility to families in case of an emergency. The Account Aggregator framework is a key component of our solution architecture in which we leverage AA services to auto-discover your financial assets as well as that of your families should you choose to do so. We discover bank accounts, insurance policies, mutual fund holdings, and the 20 other financial asset types currently supported by the Account Aggregator framework, again, not just for you but also for your family. Just imagine the money you could save with having a unified view into your auto-discovered family finances. Let's now see a demo of her app. Upon login, a customer can quickly set up his Kutuma or family. Once you've set up your Kutuma, the next step is to auto-discover financial assets for your family using the account aggregator services. Using a consent request and approval workflow, our app auto-discovers financial assets for chosen family members via account aggregator services. Our app first places a consent request with a OneMoney account aggregator for fetching the customer's data. Following the customer's approval to this consent, our app auto-discovers the financial assets of our customer. Our app integrates with API services from the AA and FIU for this purpose. On the back end, we securely store consent requests and consent approvals. Following asset discovery for your Kutuma, our app applies our deep learning personal finance lens and tells you the issues, risks, and gaps with each financial asset. Missing nominations, differing nominations, free insurance on your credit and debit cards that you didn't know about, financial reminders and to-dos, these are just a few examples of what we can uncover. We estimate a family emergency preparedness score and a family financial stress level score that we present on the dashboard. After that, our app provides one-click fixes for resolving each issue. For example, our app can autofill and submit nomination forms to your financial institution. Now that you have resolved all issues, your emergency preparedness score and family stress score are perfect. Your next step is to securely share access to your financial assets with your trusted relationships or your Kutuma. Our app provides new mechanisms for sharing your financial assets via PDF files secured and opened by an OTP mechanism so that you don't have to remember a password, and you can access this shared financial information simply by having access to your phone. Your trusted relationships or Kutuma can log into our app and see the information that has been shared by you. In the unfortunate situation of a death, we are proposing an innovative reverse account aggregator mechanism through which your Kutuma can upload a death certificate, and the account aggregator uses this information to inform each FIP, who can then automatically start an insurance claims process, stop overdraft facilities, or disable pre-approved loan offers in order to prevent any fraud or misuse of funds. Next, we envision new rebate schemas such as a common nomination schema that allows updates on nominations across all financial assets. It has been an excellent opportunity and a wonderful learning experience during this hackathon month. We thank the account aggregator ecosystem for making this happen. Thank you from Team Sthana.ai.
Thank you, Arnaman, for playing the video.
No, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Vinay. I hope our judges are not big Akshay Kumar fans. Just kidding. But the floor is yours in case you have anything to say, and if you'd like to, elaborate upon the video, or if you'd like to invite questions, it's over to you. It's your.
Sure. I'll just quickly summarize by saying that the key problem that we are solving is the big issue around how does our family have access to our financial assets, right? If a health or a life emergency happens, typical scenario is people are running around figuring out where the documents are, where is all that money lying around. And then in the eventual case, you can go for a succession certificate, but it takes a lot of time, probably more than a year. And then the lawyer and the court, they take up more than 10% of money that is rightfully yours. So we want to revolutionize personal finance one family at a time and make sure that every family is prepared to handle that unfortunate day. Yeah. So we're now open for questions.
How do you see engagement with the platform? Is this a one-time upload and then only touch it if something unfortunate happens, or is there a further engagement model that you see?
Okay, so we see a continuous engagement because what we're also doing as part of our product is the AI and ML components that we discuss, where we are actually doing a lot of deep learning on these financial products, each one of them. And then you'll actually be able to take a lot of actionable insights on each of those financial assets. And then we're also proposing a lot of value-add financial services, advisory, coaching, so that we can actually help your family build that optimal financial portfolio. So it's risk-proof and optimized. And
yeah, go on.
I just wanted to say that financial assets is not something we do one time, right? because every year we keep accumulating financial assets, and it's a never-ending process as we mature through life's journey. So this is something that would not happen one time and you forget it, but rather anytime you accumulate a financial asset, there's a change in your financial situation. You actually have to go back and make those appropriate changes.
Hey Vinay, this is Ram here. Um, uh, I just want to know if assets of every family member can be added to it, and can I control saying that hey, this asset should be visible, but this asset should not be visible?
So, yes, every family member can access the information which is shared by the user. So, there is a permission which needs to be given for each of the assets which can be viewed and which cannot be viewed. For example, a health insurance or a life insurance may be accessible by all the family members, but certain assets can be accessed only by probably the spouse or the parents, whoever would be the immediate emergency contact. So, yes, that is controllable.
Okay. And where are you guys with regards to the implementation of this whole idea? Can you give us some color on that?
So right now we are building our MVP, and we hope to do a public launch in the third week of September. That's our target date. So what we have also done in the interim is we have been doing a lot of social media traction, trying to get users to sign up on our beta list, and we have seen great feedback there as well. So people who do not actually know us, they're actually signing up for the beta program. So sharing their email, name, phone number, all those details.
I see. I see. Okay. Okay. And you talk about deep learning, right? Could you give me some flavor of what is that algorithm that you're applying?
Sure. So let's take an example, right? Now, suppose you have a credit card, say from HDFC Bank. Now, there are a lot of things that you don't know about this credit card. For example, this credit card actually gives you free accident insurance, it gives you free medical overseas insurance, and every debit and credit card actually comes with this facility, right? So, starting from a minimum of 50,000, some of the top cards they actually give you about 3 crores worth of insurance, and that's just one of the benefits, right? So, likewise, for every financial product, there'll be a lot of these unknown unknowns because what we typically do is we just get that financial asset. So suppose it's a credit card, right? We just throw those terms and conditions. We don't even read it. Or if it's an insurance policy, now I can have a health insurance policy. My wife can also have a health insurance policy, but there can actually be a single family plan which actually gives me more advantages at a lesser premium, right? So and that's what we mean by saying we want to optimize the family financial portfolio through all of the machine learning techniques. So what should we do in order to save money and optimize our portfolio?
Got it. Got it.
Hi, Vinay. Towards your last part of your presentation, there was a talk about, in case of an emergency or a death, right? There are features in your platform which will actually go and stop the EMIs and things like that. So, how can you throw some light on it? How is that achieved?
Sure. So in fact, this is one of the innovations we are proposing for the account aggregator, because all the use cases we have seen so far is that it's the other way around, right? I give a consent, I get the information back. But now we can actually use this account aggregator system to do a reverse transaction. So the family can actually upload a death certificate through the account aggregator. And because the account aggregator is connected to all financial information providers or institutions, they can actually be notified about, let's say, account holder's death, a policy holder's death, right? In a very seamless manner. So there's no documentation, paperwork, no claims process complexities, right? So every financial institution can actually take action that is appropriate for them whenever they receive such a notification. So if it's an insurance company, they automatically start the claims process. If it's a bank, they can stop overdraft facilities. And then every modern bank gives us all kinds of facilities, right? So pre-approved home loan, car loan, personal loan, and there could be chances of this being misused. So the bank can actually stop all of these services as soon as it gets notified about the account holder's demise. So all of this would be paperless and in a very seamless manner.
We have 30 seconds or the last question in case the judges have one.
Hi guys, this is Shashank. Just one question. How are you going to make money?
So we are planning to charge the user for a monthly or annual subscription. So we will have a light plan where they'll actually get a flavor of the whole platform. And then there'll be actually a pro or a paid plan where they'll get a lot of value add features. So for example, one of the innovations we are proposing is that can actually have a PDF file which has phone numbers embedded in the metadata. And then whenever you open the PDF, you get an OTP on the phone, which acts like the password for that PDF. So this means you don't have to remember any password for any PDF, right? Now, if I were to ask you, you open your income tax returns, what is the password to open that PDF? 99% you don't know it. So that's what we are proposing, that all of these value add features and innovations are part of the Pro plan. So we'll be offering those tiers.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So that was Team Sthana.ai. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to remove you from stage now. Thank you very much. So that was our first team. We will now go backstage, take a short break, and the judges will deliberate and assign a score. In the meantime, as audience members, when we do take a break from the session, you'll see the social lounge. So please sit on a table, interact with people if you'd like. Then if you are presenting, then you will receive the instructions over Slack. I've already sent the instructions to you guys. So we'll take a short break, and when we're back, the next team will present. So we'll see you briefly.